This got to be one of the most important weeks for cryptocurrency of all time. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'm back with another one. It's gonna be interesting to see how the market reacts to officially having Bitcoin put two closes under the 50-week moving average. So this week we will see if the market is going to truly react in historical fashion. I also am a big sports fan, and if you are a big sports fan, I recommend you guys check out crypto.com. I'm into prediction markets, if you can tell by the video that I made on prediction markets. Also, go check that out. But you can sign up for crypto.com using my link and place predictions on your favorite sports teams. I usually do it for NBA, NFL, and even some of the college sports games. And if you are interested in buying your very first cryptocurrency, you can get 20 to 25 bucks from signing up using my link. So be sure to check out that link, guys. My name is Crypto Millie. Now, let's get into actually what's happening inside the market, because Bitcoin is now at 86,000. And this is what's concerning me from a chart perspective. Not to add, I talked about this in the Patreon, how there wasn't really a lot of crypto interest, and there normally isn't around this time. But a lot of people argued that, well, Millie, people are broke, people don't have money. Yet Black Friday just set an online spending record, right? American shoppers spent a record 11.8 billion online on Black Friday, up 9% from last year. I also explained how I went door to door for 10 years of my life, and they used to put me in some of the most wealthiest communities, whether that's Hollywood, Santa Monica, La Jolla near San Diego, or even Redwood near the San Francisco area. Not one time, despite how many so-called economy collapse that we had, not one time had our door-to-door business went out of business. Not one time was it where no one could afford to buy our products that we were selling door to door. So in my head, no one can truly convince me that people don't have money. The thing is, people buy what they want to buy, and they put their money towards what they want to put it towards. And right now, crypto just isn't a priority. Now, that's a good thing for the contrarian investor like myself, because what do we like to do when we see situations like this, right? We take advantage of the opportunity. Now, I want to make it clear, my timeline is different than a lot of people's timeline. I got into crypto way before a lot of the people that watch this channel have gotten into crypto, right? And I've been buying cryptocurrency since around 2017. So with that being said, I was here for the bear market. I bought cryptocurrency during the bear market. So I am of the belief that we are closer to the end. And hey, based on history, if we look just from a chart perspective and historical data, it tells us that this is closer to the end than the beginning, right? From a chart perspective. Now, the macro is telling us, this is where it gets a bit confusing, and why I kind of understand people that see what I see as far as an opportunity, because the macro is telling us that liquidity is on the way, and I'm going to be talking about all of this. So tune in, make sure that you like and subscribe if you want these in-depth videos. Now, chart, we have the ultimate RSI on the weekly. I told you guys when I use this indicator, and this indicator is very powerful, and I'm trusting my indicator. I also told you guys last few videos that I'm not trying to time the bottom. I'm looking for this to start kind of like showing some foundational structure. We haven't seen it. So yes, if you looking at this as an opportunity, you could be potentially catching a falling knife. Moving averages are trending to the downside. The ultimate RSI has not found a floor, and we're holding on this support here around 87, 86, 87. Not to add, we were not able to rally back to retest the 102, which shows that there's back to retest the 50 week, which shows that there is holes in this market, because no one, lack thereof of interest, should I say. And again, like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you think there's interest in crypto, or where the interest has went in crypto. So that's the first thing, right? Secondly, if we just look here at the Gaussian channel, historically, whenever you break this middle line on the Gaussian channel, it's been a wrap. It's been a wrap for every cycle. And the reason that I'm showing Bitcoin is because if it's a wrap for Bitcoin, most likely it's a wrap for altcoins. You can also use these same indicators on the total cryptocurrency market cap, and it will show you the exact same thing. I don't even want to show you guys the monthly charts because the monthly charts look even worse. We do have hopium and we do have catalysts, and I will get into that as we get into the video. But from a chart perspective, if anybody is telling you that this is bullish, I would highly question their motives, because nothing is bullish on this weekly chart from a historical standpoint. And if we look back in hindsight a year from now, right now, technically right now, the model was correct, and the first week of October was the top. Now, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but if we go in a bear market right now, then the historical cycle is still intact. The 4-year cycle is still intact, and we have to respect that. I think that we're not, and I do this sometimes. I kind of like doubt what I'm seeing because of my bullish nature, and tend not to respect the chart. Sometimes you got to respect the chart. All right, so that's two bearish signals here on the weekly. And like I said, I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out, because I'm, trying to sell some hopium dealer. The bull market bands, we are below that. That's also bearish. The TVL has now broken back down to 114 billion. TVL, 114 billion. Okay. So we wanted to see this start to trend up. It's trending back down. Stable coins are trending back down. And even though we're getting ETF inflows, it's not like, it's not, the candles are not thick like the outflows are. So definitely, even though sellers are getting exhausted, we're not really seeing buyer step in, right? No one's like bidding on this market currently. So again, that's bearish, because what's the one thing that drives any market? Liquidity. We need liquidity. And of course, everything that's happening over there with Japan is affecting the market. Now that we got the bearish stuff out the way, right? We also got some bullish things that we have to cover. But first, we need to acknowledge that we have 9 days until the FOMC meeting. So even though we're seeing things bearish now, we need to respect that volatility and understand that this could possibly be a trap. Because what happens, and what have we seen every time we get closer to the FOMC meeting? We see volatility, we see market manipulation, we see market makers looking to trap leverage. So understand what we may be seeing could possibly be a leverage sweep. I would also pay attention to the VIX to see if it's affecting the entire market, because the stock market still looks healthy. Even though we did breach the ultimate RSI, it looks like it's trying to go back up on the pre-market. And you can see pre-market looks very healthy. Now, if the market opens in dumps, right, then we know whatever's happening in Japan is really, really starting to affect all risk assets. But right now, the stock market looks strong pre-market. I don't know what's going to happen when it opens. And I'm not a stock market guy. If you're a stock market guy, you let me know. But at the end of the day, when I go to the CBBI reading, is reading 56. And if we breach 50, it's a wrap. That's why I'm paying attention to the PMI. And the funny thing about the PMI is that when I put indicators on for the PMI, it's literally telling me the PMI is still bullish. So there's still a chance that we can get the PMI above 50. QT ends today. But as Ben Cowan did say, you don't want to kind of like bet on QT and then think we're just going to pump, because there's a grace period. Just like I said a few weeks ago, we got to respect and acknowledge that grace period. But QT ends. QT ends. The PMI still is the global M2 is still rising. The PMI, even though it's below 50, the chart is actually bullish. So we can get that above 50. That shows that the economy is expanding, which coincides here with the record-breaking numbers that we've seen from Black Friday. So it all goes back down to people buy what they want to buy, right? And we just need to figure out why cryptocurrency isn't, getting those looks right now. I also built this for the Patreon, where I can just refresh the data. As you can see, this is a bull and bear meter. Based on everything that I put into this model, it combines BTC dominance, altcoin season, and market momentum. High Bitcoin dominance equals bearish for alts. Risk on signals uses the fear and greed index. So I baked a whole bunch of stuff in to make this meter, and right now the meter is telling me that we are bearish, strong bear. For a momentum trader, that means risk off, defensive. But if you're a contrarian investor, which means that you buy the dip, this is the best accumulation zone. Remember, be greedy when others are fearful, not financial advice. So let's go over the bottom line here. The bottom line is, right, this is the calm before the storm. It's important to note that we have now put 2 candles under the 50-week, which is historically bearish. When that happened in 2014, we were bearish for 400 days and we went down 85%. In 2018, we was bearish for literally a year. We went down 84%. In 2022, we were bearish for almost a little bit over a year and we went down 77%. And will history repeat itself? So yes, guys, we keep our bullish nature. We continue to be bulls, but we have to respect historical data. We have to respect what we're seeing on the charts, and we have to respect liquidity and stop fighting the Fed. Okay? That I'm not saying. I'm saying exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm saying. This is the historical data. You take it and you make your own decision, and you let me know inside the comments. This is not the end all be all. Now, this is the bearish scenario here. Right? We're already 10% below. We could see extended weakness. We would need to hold 78. Altcoins could still bleed 50 to 80%. You need to understand, if you are up in profits from if you was buying crypto when I was buying crypto, you should still be in profits. But understand, if you're going to hold, understand the risk for holding. There's nothing wrong with consolidating. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. There's nothing wrong with rotating into altcoins, preparing yourself for better opportunities. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with holding and having diamond hands either. Understand your situation, your financial situation. Do you have stability to hold your coins? Do you have extra? Your situation, you need to understand that. ETH BTC ratio, we'll pay attention to that. A lot of meme coins could get destroyed. Again, I'm looking at 78. My model here says 76, and this could be a 6 to 12 month capitulation phase, which rolls us right into next October to where the bottom would be, just based on how the historical cycle works. If Bitcoin is able to reclaim the 50-week, and this is what I'm rooting for, I want to make it clear. I pointed out all that stuff, but if you stay to the video to the end, you are a champ, because this is what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for us to reclaim it. Because if we reclaim it, and I said this in the Patreon video this morning, this is the week where we need Bitcoin and crypto to defy the odds. We need Bitcoin and crypto to do the opposite of what everybody thinks it is going to do. Right now, everybody is thinking it's over. This is the second week under the 50-week. Every time this happens, it's over. I showed you guys, it's over. Every time the consensus went one way, crypto always went the other way. So this is the week where that needs to happen, right? So it needs 12% move to reclaim. Altcoin season needs to happen somewhere in Q1. ETH needs to lead the move with Solana. And we need to reclaim the 50-week and 21-week for Bitcoin, right? And head to a retest to the all-time highs. That's what we need to happen, right? We got the ISM on December 3rd, the FOMC meeting coming up, non-farm payrolls. What does it say? December 4th. Yes, I don't know why it says December 4th. Anyway, it's supposed to be December 10th. Anyway, that just threw me off. Yeah. We got the FOMC meeting coming up. And of course, the QT ended today. Don't expect it to pump crypto. Remember, but is always, these things that are bullish are always like counter bullish, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. And then we're watching for Trump to he can't, Powell term ends sometime in May, but he can already say who it's going to be. So we're waiting for Trump to drop the news who it could possibly be, because he will be picking the next Fed chair. So bottom line, we need to reclaim the 50-week. Nothing happens until we reclaim the 50-week based on historical data. We need to reclaim that. There's usually low volume until December 26th. Everybody's holiday season with family, buying stuff, buying everything but crypto. Tax harvesting. Understand where you are at in this time of the year. But after December 26th, we usually see this rally as all of the money and liquidity comes rolling back into risk assets as people prepare for their investments for the next coming year, right? Bitcoin must reclaim the 50-week for bulls to regain control. Below 70K could trigger a major breakdown confirmed. Guys, it's your boy Crypto Millie. This was jam-packed. Hopefully you guys stay to the end. I appreciate everybody. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the market. What's your bottom line? Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you on the sidelines? Do you think it's a bear market about to start? Do you think that the next leg up is about to happen and this is a bear trap? Be sure to let me know inside the comments. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you the next one.